in No Man's Sky. Um, and doing missions is actually one of the worst ways, because you take a couple of missions, you do them, you go somewhere in a new system, there's new missions, and then suddenly all you're doing is missions, and yeah, you get a lot of rewards for it, no doubt about it, but that might not have been your original plan. And No Man's Sky is, for some people, quite difficult to actually play, because you have to set up your own part, what you want to do. It's not like you get a storyline. Well, there is a storyline, but that runs out at some point. And when you go from 0 to purple, then you're pretty much through all the mandatory missions. So you can do other storylines, and yeah. However, at some point you have done it all, and you are just getting to that point where you're thinking, what now? And that is where you actually have to do your own parts. What am I going to do? You need to kind of sort it out. Am I going to explore the world, the universe? That's what most actually pick up and do that. Am I going to build the perfect bases? Some goes down that route. Am I going to be a trader? Earn shitloads of money? That is also a possibility. So there is... That is on another planet. Okay. It would have been too easy. It was on the same planet, wasn't it? Yeah, no, you're right, but you have to find your own way to do it, and for some people that is extremely hard to play without the in-game guidance on what to do. I mean, if you compare with games, let's say Starfield, there is the main stories, and you go on them, and even when you go to the new game part, you kind of go through them a little bit harder again, and you have the directions where to go and what to do. Uh, no Man's Sky don't have that in the same manner. You have to find it yourself. And if you're not good at actually setting up your own planning, it seems to be a little bit more difficult. I have had people tell me that I love the game, but I don't know what to do. And to be honest, that's when we have to kind of step in and say, what do you want to do? What would you like to actually do with your game time? And you're right, you can search for lore, you can find more. There is a lot of hidden gems. There's all the titles, all the things you can unlock. Get all the achievements. Alone that can be quite challenging. that the game is a true open world, and you are not bound to do things in a specific manner. That for some of us it's a godsend way of doing it, and for others it's a little bit of a curse, because they're used to game where you are told kind of what to do and when. And you have to learn the process, really, and that's my point. As soon as you realize what you actually have to do or not do, then it becomes way easier. And then we are all hidden collectors, so there's a lot of things to start with. You are not a predator. I don't care. You are not a predator. You're just cruel, okay. So is that deep enough? Thank you. See, that would not have worked on a place with aggressive sentinels. They would still have come after me. Oh. No, I'm actually agreeing with you. There is so much more in the game than just what we start out with, but it's finding that knowledge when you don't know it. It can be a little bit difficult. Then some of us is crazy enough to start doing the more difficult things in the game. Oh. I will say, by the way, there has been added more lore with the world update, so there is more interesting things to find around as well. Oh. That one I just pick up by default, but because I do this over time anyway, so. Okay, we got a free slot for the exosuit. And it's kind of important I put that on immediately, because otherwise I forget I had them, and I have earlier filled it totally up and then realized I had a number of these, and all I could do with them was then to give it to some random guy in the anomaly, which I hope he got happy with them. At least he said thank you 17 times, so. Okay, let's just have a quick overview here. So let's refine what we need to refine. Beat that one. These need to go somewhere. Freighter, first of all. That one goes to selling. Freighter for now. Freighter for now. Freighter for now. Some of them I already have stacks there, so those I actually sell. I never remember to use them, so yeah. Yeah, that looks okay. So there's a distress signal, and that is probably or not. Well, it seemed like it was not. There's a lot of frigates here, so see what they actually are. Problem is I don't have a list what I need. So industrial. Actually cheap on A1. Exploration, that's at least 2 different ones I got, so that's not a bad idea in itself. Support vessel. I do think I already have what I want of these, so, and it had 2 empty slots. That's always risky. Where are they? Was that the one I just went to look at? No, that was another supply vessel. See, that only got one empty, but I don't like to have empty slots, even it's the sea. And I do know it will level up automatically. You see, it says 31 successful encounters to next rank. And when it has been out on 31 missions, it will actually go up and become a B class, and the numbers will rise, but to be honest, that one will be a risky one because it might be very low the rest of the time. The supply vessel, you want that to actually supply in mixed missions, so yeah. That was the one we already looked at, and there was one over there. So let's just take a look at it at least, and see, that's a supply vessel with 4 numbers at least, so that when it levels up, it will actually get a little bit of a spread on all 4 of them. So yeah, I will take this one as well, and then that is it for now at least. So I was actually going to check. I'll go back to the. Actually, there is an Atlas station, and there is a reason why I will go and visit that. Because I have the mark of the denier. Whenever I see something new, that actually fills up, and when that reach 100%, I can go to the Atlas and empty it out, and for that I get nanites, I believe it is. The thing is, I brought myself in this position because I denied to actually follow Atlas. And always remember to search these, that these give you warp fuel for free. Anything which is free is good. So I discharge the mark. And I get 588 nanites, which is not bad. As Ginny said, there's a lot hiding in plain sight, so yeah. So the thing is, I always go to the space station when I come into a new system. Both to see whether there is interesting missions, but also to get a slot for my exosuit. Each base station will provide you one for sale. And I find it very important to actually fill up that with all the slots you can, because the more you can carry, the better it is. And I could call the anomaly in all systems as well and get one from them, but I can't be bothered landing there constantly. I need to go to the anomaly sometimes to buy blueprints and other things, but that I don't find as important at this point, because I just want everything, and I'll get that over time. It's not a race. So take that. As I said, some of them I do over time, and that just come as it comes. And I check if I can sell something of the things I want to sell, because technically you can sell everything you have. Whether you want to do that or not is really up to you. I wouldn't, but no, I'm not giving away storm crystals. That is a little bit too dear for me to actually just hand over. And yeah, I know I have plenty of money, and but it's something to do with my mind. Look, that's a little bit different on this one, but it's still in the 4 million range. So, and I find that very expensive for an A class. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm filled up, but I seem to have a feeling that is getting to be there. And I will admit that at some point I will start tweaking all my modules to see if I can find better, but again, that is something which comes down the line. It's not going to happen right now, here and now. I'll go back to the black hole and take that. I like it comes up on the screen. Black hole discovered. I could see it long before it actually told me I had discovered it. thing is with black holes, you never really know where you end up, but you will pretty much jump 3000 light years towards the center of the galaxy. As we talked about earlier, there is other types of black holes which you can encounter, which is a little bit risky to take because they might send you in the opposite direction, and I have encountered that, and Ginny has as well, so just bear in mind that not everything is good. There is some traps in the game. So there's another thing which is quite important, is actually to get repair kits. That they can really help you out in a crunch situations. I'll do that one as well. I haven't done them for a while. But I very often do avoid or try to avoid missions that kind of take forever to do. It's weird, I'm finding a lot of cheaper wiring looms today. The other day, well, last week I played on this save as well. I constantly found them to over 100,000, so not that I needed them, thanks heaven for that, but if I had needed them, I would have been in a lot of trouble. And that's the thing, if you really are in a situation where you need wiring looms, you can always count on that when you find go to space stations to buy them, you will find the most expensive ones then. It's all well and fine. And yeah, there's still a lot of things I need to do to actually get myself up to absolute fighting level, but it was a little bit cheaper, but still up in the 4.million one. Oh dear. Yeah, I must admit it's not something I normally stock up a lot of, because I usually go and find them if I need them, and it's it has to come in a either by missions or something else if I get many of them. Why am I standing looking at my own ship? That was slightly weird. Why did I do that? So. I soon need to go and get some more how I put it there. I already took some out if I need to go deep sea exploration. I have them over here, so there's no need to have two stacks of the same thing at the same time. Again, I have silver and gold over there. Perfect. Okay. Couple of missions, but I'm actually going to swap them around. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this can be very interesting. This is kind of a double whammy for me, so that's not good. Yeah, I don't know if there is some connection issues with... Oh, damn. Because I had the same when I was looking at Tiger's stream the other day. It kept coming up, but my own stream was actually fine going out. I'm fighting at the moment, so I will just do this, then I will try to see what I can do for my side. So I can see I go out with full bandwidth, and I'm not dropping any frames or anything, so But that doesn't mean that I have a clear connection to Twitch, for instance. Because there is possibilities that there is somewhere in between that are being weird. Actually, I can see Twitch has restarted me, so so it has clipped out, but it has held the connection, so that's actually weird. That is actually weird. What's going on here? Okay, that is correct. Yeah, I can see everything looks fine except one thing, but that is back as well. Okay, so everything seems fine now, so I'm sorry for that, but my OBS reported everything actually is good, and I have a green signal. It's not always I have that, so I broke something. What was that? That was that one. Okay, I have everything to repair it with, so that's actually fine. Good. I had a double whammy here because I got attacked and had engaged the pirates at the same time, so suddenly it's actually a little bit stressful. Well, I'm glad being back with you, but yeah, it does look like it clipped out, so that I am very sorry for. So I need to go here, and that would tell me where to go and find the dig site. So, and it's toxic. Do I have toxic protection on? Ah, okay. Ish. Okay, that's relatively near, close, so that's actually nice. Sometimes you're sent to a whole other planet for these. it's not always straightforward. Then I have to go here and find some keys to open a, well, 3 keys and a big one where the artifact is hidden in. So that's the large artifact, and the fragments are the keys. It's not rocket science, it's very easy, and you can actually earn quite a bit of money of these kind of missions, because you get to keep the artifact. One. I got 3 keys now, so you can see the large one looks a little bit different, so you know it's the right one when you actually get to it. You put the keys in, and I get a jar of clonable clippings, whatever that is. And well, the value is not overly big on that one, but sometimes you can get one which is up to a couple of million words, so it's actually not too bad. Now it will give me directions to a trading post where I have to handle it. That's actually close as well. That's a very lucky combination here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I have killed myself on trading post before, so yeah. That's really not something you want to do when you play on Permadeath. Those silly deaths is not a thing you should do. Ah. Well, I would say on some planets it's actually easy to get the living pearls, but So I even got a suspicious packet. What was actually in that? Cadmium. Okay, that's what it is. So yeah. I will go to the space station and hand it in, and that will be it for today, even though I will actually go to my freighter and send some frigate missions on. Yeah, I would say I'm sorry it glitched out, clipped out, because I could see suddenly it's reset my session timer, so that's always one thing to see it on, and yeah, annoying. Very annoying when that happens. So but if you don't want to hang around until I have sent them off, I would say I will be back on Sunday again, continuing this, and then I am next week, next Thursday, I will probably start some sort of a challenge. It might be another 0 to purple, because I think I can beat that bloody time. At least I will give that a try. So there's a combat, that is 3 start. Yeah, I will. Oh dear, yeah. That is such a, yeah, I'm leaving now, go out and then realize, oh bugger, I should not have done that. Where is my... There's my organic. I'm not sure I have any more fuel though. Well, I do have a little bit, 450, so a relatively short one could be possible. That one is actually a relatively short one. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, almost 5 stars, so I'll take that anyway. So yeah, remember to save. That is a very good point. I actually have never put a save point on it here, so question is, can I actually, yeah, I can put one on. So only problem is I need some metal plating. I should be able to make that though. Limited to 1 in local area. Oh, I already have one. Jesus. You're awake, I'm not. Okay. Thank you, Ginny. What would I do without you? Okay. Oh, I couldn't remember I had done that. So yeah. Thank you very much. I am very appreciating all your input. That is something I really need sometimes. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and thank you for making it such a good, interesting day. And sorry that it didn't work out in the start with what we wanted to do, but we got some quite good gameplay anyway. So and hopefully we'll be able to make some sort of competition at some point. Apart from that, thank you to those who have followed and subscribed, and thank you for being here. I'll be back Sunday at 8 o'clock UK time, and I will continue this one towards the center of this galaxy. So, good night everyone, good night Tiger, good night Ginny, and everyone else sitting in the background. Thank you for being here, and stay safe and take care. See you on Sunday. You're very welcome.